Hi, the gratitude journal for July 17th and 18th, Friday and Saturday. The year is 2020. So let's start with yesterday. Yesterday was the day I recorded the first of the Intimate Show, the first episode of the Intimate Show with Heather Swift, and was really a very nice, peaceful and fun talk. We started with a meditation and then we dove in deep. And in the end, I realized that we didn't do introductions, so I recorded also the official beginning of the video and then the introductions. Because basically I just started recording, we just started the call and we just started talking at a certain moment. I just felt like, okay, now was the right moment to dive in. And for Heather, it was the first time to do something like this. I've done it three times before. So I was the experienced one. But the funny thing is that once we were simply talking, the stress for Heather was gone. And the meditation did help a little bit. But then she was just herself. She was just being natural. It was really a beautiful talk. It resulted in a video of an hour and a half. There was quite some editing involved to make it visually look good, aside from the cutting the pieces and putting them in the right spot. But that was actually the easy part. It was more that I had to create some visual effect because I was using Zoom. So had I had a square picture, I had the picture like what you see now. And so there was a lot of space in the middle, so I had to zoom in and I create like a frame that had to overlap exactly, so you would have the title of the Intimate Show episode 1 and then both our names and the logo. It also resulted in quite some heavy editing, heavy rendering for my computer because it's 10 years old. But it managed. It took 5.5 hours for 1.5 hour video. So it was like 3 times the time. No, actually no more actually. It would be 4.5 hours. But okay, I was still doing some things on my PC, but still. And so I didn't manage to upload it like I wanted on Friday evening. So I ended up uploading it late at night and then realized there was a possibility to do a premiere. So that resulted in some more editing of graphics to announce the premiere. In the end I had 4 or 5 people at the same time watching the whole show from the moment it premiered on YouTube. And then tomorrow I'll upload it to Facebook and probably I'll do a watch party there. And the feedback I got today was really beautiful. It was nice to see how the different people who watched really enjoyed, felt the peace, liked that it was really a conversation and not just two teachers teaching, but people sharing their life experience and just in a normal conversation where they share with each other their stories. And I realized at a certain moment that also because of somebody's comment on how this would benefit people and stuff, that I was like, yeah, but I'm just doing this for myself. I'm simply doing this for myself, but then I also allow others who resonate with it, who are ready for it, to also ride with me on the same surfing board, to ride the waves of life. But I primarily do this for myself, just like these gratitude videos. I will probably take out the word daily, although I discuss each day, but I do record it every 2 days. And there may be a time when I'll record it for a few days because I'll be out and unable to record, I don't know. But I'll still stick to doing this. I'm doing this for myself, to look back at each day and to see how beautiful the day was, what it brought me and what I'm grateful for. And then I'm doing it not in writing, because writing is not my thing. I'm doing it speaking. And maybe one day it'll move to a podcast, like without video, because there's not much video I'm showing. I mean, sometimes I show like a picture of something, but it's rare. It's more you looking at me. So probably you even stopped looking at me. You just put it on and listen while doing something else, which is fine too. So maybe I'll shift one day to podcasts. But for now, YouTube is the easiest. And I'm doing it publicly as well because, let's say, it's part of me accepting myself and going out there and just being myself in the world, knowing also that it may inspire other people to do a similar thing, to at least start journaling, to at least start looking back at their days. Maybe it will encourage people to start making videos because they see how easy and smooth it can be. I mean, these videos, they take me a minimum. It's just I sit down, I breathe, so I'm grounded, I talk, then I look like, okay, what is a visual that represents this day or these 2 days? Put it in there. What is the main subject? Okay, few keywords, and then I throw it and my computer's doing the rest of the work. So it's also minimum work that I'm investing. And this, I believe, is also the new way of sharing. It's not about there's this guru, this teacher who will tell you how to do things and you need to listen very carefully to him because he shall say this only once. The British among you, the Dutch, will say, hey, this sounds like, yes, the lady from Allo Allo. Listen carefully, I shall say this only once. And that's the old energy. Just like bosses and managers, it's outdated. The new energy is leaders and leading by example. So doing yourself and through that inspiring others to follow. And this is also how I transform my teaching. This is also why I refuse to heal people. There are exceptions, but in general I refuse. If you come to me like, hey, I have this problem, I want to fix it for me, yeah, but good luck, have fun. I can teach you how to fix it yourself, but I'm not going to fix it for you. Because there's no benefit in that. The benefit is in you learning how to manage your own life, not to depend on others. It doesn't mean you cannot learn from others, so you will not be totally alone, but independent means you do what you really need to do yourself for yourself. And so that was something that came up today as well. And one more thing I did yesterday was that in the evening I also decided to record, on the afternoon, a video on intimate connection. And it has nothing to do with sex because intimacy is not sex. I've been saying that very often, but I'll keep repeating it because most people, when they hear intimacy or the word intimate, they think about romance, sex, whatever. Hush hush in a closed room or behind the curtain. No. Actually, in this video I talk about intimacy on the work floor and how it benefits the work, the relationship between colleagues, managers and team members, and the business overall. So that's one that will also go on LinkedIn. The video, the talk, I didn't put it on LinkedIn publicly, but I put it in a personal development group of LinkedIn. So yeah, today was about watching and listening back the talk of yesterday, getting some insights, writing down some notes, and actually need to go back because I know there were a few things I missed because I was listening and I was doing other things, and in the meanwhile I was shaving my head, and so I couldn't write down something, and I really need to go back, and I will be quoting Heather on something smart she said. She said a lot of smart things, but that thing I heard was like, oh, this is a perfect thing to post as a quote. So I haven't been out actually for 2 days. I have been really busy working, contemplating. I also, by the way, saw a beautiful article from somebody. It's not public, but it's a mother sharing about discovering that her son is watching porn and how things evolved from there, how she responded the first time, and then how she realized how she responded, and her change, and how that change resulted in completely different energy and more openness, and the rest I will not divulge now. I asked if I could share it on my newly to build page on my website regarding intimacy, sexuality, sacred union, male-female energy, and things like that. And she said she will get back to me tomorrow. I actually also want to ask her and somebody else to have a conversation with me. A friend of mine already felt it when I texted her. Uh, at that moment, she was actually watching, and I was like, okay, 2 questions. One, I would like to catch up because we haven't spoken in 6 months or so. And two, dot dot dot. I guess you already know. And she was like, yes, ha 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 ha. I know. Okay, so we agreed tomorrow afternoon we'll have a talk. So tomorrow I'll have the second recording with somebody who asked to be on the show. I didn't even get to ask. Maybe even the third recording or preparation for the third recording, and then on Tuesday I will have the fourth recording. So things are rolling, and I do not know exactly how to go, but I guess I will be uploading like I did today on Saturdays, and then on midweek Tuesday or so I just upload videos of me just sharing things, unless I have so many people who come on the show and I need to release twice a week, but we'll see about that. And I release primarily on YouTube and then on Facebook, so no matter where you are, you can always get access to these videos. This was it for today. I will quickly edit this video. I already have a graphic ready, or partially ready. I need to check at least half of it, and yeah, I'm gonna need to go to sleep early tonight because tomorrow it's gonna be an early day with a few calls. So actually I don't know when I will have my days off this week. I guess they'll come somewhere midweek. That's how it goes. Oh, and I saw an interesting live of Jason Estes. Check out the guy. The one of 2 days ago. Um, he was very cryptic in the way of describing things, but if you just allow it to get in, then at a certain moment he will say a few things and then all the dots suddenly connect and it makes total sense. But most of his videos are not so cryptic, most of his talks. He generally goes live on his own, or he's being invited by certain people like Todd Medina and others. So check him out. If I won't forget, I'll add a link to his Facebook. He's not uploading these to YouTube. I don't know why, because it's quite easy to just take the recording and throw it up to YouTube. Maybe he just doesn't see the worth in doing the effort. I prefer to be on both, because I know that one day one of the two will collapse, and then at least stuff will be on the other, and I have my backups. Because things are changing and will change even further. So be prepared. Okay, end the video then. Wish you a wonderful day, night, morning, evening, whatever you're watching this. See you in the next one. Like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share.